a title that has given me a lot of, it looks like it takes reference from a number of different other horror games out there. From Bloober Team, a developer, creative team that worked on the Silent Hill 2 remake. These guys really are starting to come onto the scene in a major way. People are really excited about a lot of the titles that they work on now, just because of their work on the Silent Hill 2 remake. And now they're coming to us with a game that looks to be a little bit of Silent Hill, little bit of Dead Space, little bit of Resident Evil in the form of Cronos: The New Dawn. I'm excited about Cronos: The New Dawn because I'm a massive Dead Space fan. I love the Callisto Protocol. I love Resident Evil. I love Silent Hill. So everything that they're taking some reference from, they even mentioned that they took reference from The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, which I thought was absolutely awesome. They're taking reference from that. And so that gets me really excited about just what this game could all encompass when it, releases to the world this fall, when it's supposed to be releasing fall of this year. And so I want to talk about Cronos: The New Dawn. Some of the mechanics sound really interesting, like the merge mechanics that are within the game, and that's why they got this concept from The Thing. I love it. I can't wait to see what they do with this. But Cronos: The New Dawn, guys, is Bloober Team's first original IP in the survival horror genre, marking a significant step forward for the Polish studios' evolution as the masters of horror, known most recently for the acclaimed Silent Hill 2 remake. Lots of people loved the Silent Hill 2 remake, guys. I mean, lots of people loved it. Not much that not much negative you can really say about the Silent Hill 2 remake. I thought they absolutely crushed it. Set in a grim world where Eastern European brutalism meets retro futuristic technology, Cronos: The New Dawn lets you experience a gripping story that straddles the line between past and future, which I think is really fascinating. I love that we're going to be maybe going back into the past, checking out the future, maybe some time travel, things of that nature. In the past, you will witness a world in the throes of the change, a cataclysmic event that forever altered humanity. Meanwhile, in the ravaged wastelands of the future, every moment is a fight for survival against dangerous abominations that will test both your reflexes and your tactical thinking. In Cronos, enemies known as orphans can absorb dead bodies to evolve into even stronger and more resilient foes, complete with new attack patterns. It's interesting that they name the enemies orphans. That's really fascinating. I can't wait to kind of learn more about that when, in the future, but nonetheless, that's really fascinating. This adds another layer of complexity to combat, because by killing orphans, you're effectively providing fuel for other nearby enemies to evolve and become more powerful in the process. Having the merge as a fully integrated gameplay system fundamentally shifts the balance of combat, especially in a game where ammo is scarce and crafting opportunities are limited. Obviously, that's going to be terrifying when you don't have a lot of ammo. Reminds you of Dead Space, Callisto Protocol, Resident Evil, not very much ammo, and then your crafting opportunities are limited. Interesting. Most enemies in Cronos are capable of merging with each other. Your goal is to stop them at all costs or deal with the consequences. The best way to counteract the merge is by preventing it from happening in the first place. Often, combat in Cronos requires navigating handcrafted arenas filled with multiple enemies. Since merging requires dead bodies to absorb, spatial awareness is critical. Space out your kills, lure foes away from fallen bodies, and be ready to interrupt merging attempts mid-fight. It sounds fascinating. I love the idea of merging and having, the merge mechanisms within this title. I think it's going to be absolutely fascinating. I can't wait to see what this looks like. When it comes to your gear, you'll have an entire arsenal at your disposal for every situation. Weapons like the Javelin with its rapid fire capacity are perfect for crowd control. Others like the Hammer deal heavy damage at close range, ideal for finishing off tough enemies before they can merge. Rapidly switching between weapons according to their range and effectiveness in each situation is key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Like, I wonder if they're going to have some kind of sleight of hand perk or something to switch between weapons. That'll be interesting. When it comes to enemy design, we wanted the Orphans to challenge players in distinct ways by featuring different attack patterns and fulfilling specific roles in combat. To take them down efficiently, it's crucial to observe their behavior and adapt your strategy to counter their moves. I love it. One of the things that I was a little bit critical of at first of Cronos was it seemed like there wasn't a lot of variety of enemies, and it didn't seem like there was a lot of variety of weapons either. But after I watched the trailer a few times, I was like, you know what? There actually is a decent amount of variety with the enemies, especially with the merge mechanism. And the weapons, it seems like there's going to be a number of different weapons that you get to choose from. Obviously, we've only seen what we've seen from the trailers, but I think that there is definitely some variety here. You know, one of the things that, you know, some of these other survival horror games have gotten criticized for is not enough variety in weapons and enemies. This definitely seems like they check those boxes, that being Bloober Team, but we'll have to wait until the actual game fully releases. One enemy type you'll encounter often is the doppelganger. Scattered throughout New Dawn, not all doppelgangers look or act alike. Instead, they can be grouped into different categories based on their combat style. Some are runners, rushing towards the player to inflict melee damage. Others have ranged attacks, forcing players to approach them instead. Then there are the bruisers, heavy-hitting, durable foes who can soak up damage and are best dealt with using close-range shotgun blasts. And of course, they all can merge with each other, gaining new abilities and attack patterns with each evolution. The bruisers merging are gonna be a real pain. Like, you can already think to yourself, the bruisers that, you know, heavy hitters that are durable, soak up damage, and they can merge, that's gonna be tough, man. But it's gonna be a challenge. Additionally, there are special enemies that only appear in select locations, but we will be revealing more about them in future updates. You are a traveler acting as an agent for the enigmatic collective, tasked with scouring the wastelands of the future in search of specific time rifts that will transport you back to 1980s era Poland. Your mission is to locate key people from the past who perished in the ensuing apocalypse. Using your all-powerful harvester, you can extract their essences and have them accompany you into the future. Fascinating. I mean, it's going to be interesting, like, your all-powerful harvester extracting their essences. Like, that's, yeah, it's going to be really fascinating how they decide to do this. But you're going to get transported back to 1980s era Poland at times, and then into the future. So I love that it's going to be fascinating to see where the lore, the story of this thing that they're building, that being Bloober Team, it could be something really cool. In a desolate world filled with ever-present danger, your survival hinges on your ability to strategize and plan ahead. The enemies you'll encounter are nightmarish creatures born from the remnants of humanity. Defeating them will require you to make full use of your arsenal. During battle, quick decisions can mean the difference between life and death. Look, guys, I gotta tell you, I think, you know, although Cronos, to me, it's not my most anticipated horror game of the future, but I'm excited to play it because it could be one of the first, you know, survival horror games outside of maybe Silent Hill F that could very well be like a Dead Space, a Callisto Protocol, which are two of my favorite, you know, kind of survival horror titles. I love those games. And so I'm really hoping that this could be the next one that we absolutely love. And so I'm really excited to get my hands on it. But the question is for all of you, what do you guys think about Cronos, The New Dawn? Are you excited about it? What are your thoughts about this crazy, wacky world that they're trying to create, that being Bloober Team with Cronos? Let us know in the comment section down below, and let us know your thoughts.